What's up, everybody? Back with another Fair Shake review, and this time we're going to be talking about John Lindahl's Opening Night. We finally got a debut album before he put out a EP called Changes, I'm pretty sure. And it was a pretty nice start to his career on the Slash. Well, it used to be Elysium, but now Bobby Boy Records label. So back then I was like, yo, he's like a really fun pop singer, kind of along the lines you definitely hear a lot of MJ influence in there. And on this one, he like just barely sprinkles in some MJ stuff in there, because for this project I feel like he was a little bit more edgy and experimental and more spacious, more broad variety of pop styles, more along the lines of like a Charlie Puth. But his voice, is still a little bit more on the lighter side, like a Michael Jackson. So Famous is a great opener. And by the way this is sequenced is really good, because everything pretty much flows into each other really well. So even with the different varieties of kind of pop music. But yeah, Famous is really great. The greatest, I feel like I heard it before. Like it just like, yo, this gives me a feeling of like something that I've heard before and vibed with, and then you get into the relationship bag, then once you get to Honest and Lies, and he's just really calling out, let's be honest, you don't like this. I gotta be honest, I don't like that guy that you with, and you be telling lies that you don't see it being better with me. It's like it really ties together really well. Then If You Love Me, it goes really well into that as well, and Even Emotions is also a really nice track, and you start seeing a lot of the different types of pop music he can go into. Then we get into Nothing in the World and All Day, especially Clouds. Clouds here was when it kind of was like, whoa, this is like way more hip hop like, and kind of like more of like if I was gonna get something from like a Bryson or like a Ty Dolla $ign, and I was like, oh, I didn't expect him to go more R&B pop on here instead of like the more poofy side of things, where it can be a little bit more experimental but still very familiar pop sounds that you can hear on the radio. And then Chicago and Idols really gets him even into kind of a bit of a rapper bag that I was like, oh, I didn't know he was gonna go there. Idols, in fact, really he really went in on some people that didn't support him and did support him, and throughout his career, and he really told kind of his journey that I feel was very interesting to hear in the way he displayed it. The only thing I see being a problem with that particular track is I don't feel like that one is as repeatable as a lot of the other songs earlier in the project, but it does end with Curtain Call, which wraps up the album pretty neatly. But to me, this project really is nice if you enjoy some good old pop music with a little bit of edge, since there is a couple of songs that are explicit. They're not like dirty or anything, but you just hear a couple naughty words. I would definitely recommend it to people who like a Charlie Puth or a Shawn Mendes, people along those lines, and can also handle a little bit more stuff on the R&B side. like even like a Bieber, um, but it's way less like way more like a little bit earlier Bieber than gosh, what's the name of the project? I'll just say the single, less of Yummy Bieber, even though Clouds may be able to kind of slide in that bag a little bit, but done well. Yeah, those are my quick thoughts of the debut album, LP, of John Lindahl, and the song, I just gotta commend it, his songwriting and a bit of his own producing as well, since he produces a little bit, and yeah, still very interested to see what else can come out from Bobby Boy Records, since it's been changed from Elysium, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that, and we'll keep an eye out on John Lindahl's future endeavors as well. Let me know what you thought down below, and things that you also recommend down below as well. And yeah, that's it. Much love, peace. There he is.